it's less electoral politics and more public opinion. It's when you galvanize a population to move against genocide, then tools such as elections, as electoral politics, it manifests in that electoral politics. Because it's not just electoral politics. It's not just the elections that influence this recognition of Palestine. It's also boycott. Starbucks is having to shut down a whole number of stores again. McDonald's is having to shut down a whole number of stores again. We're seeing Danish companies now divest from the Israelis. We're seeing Norwegians saying we need to divest from the Israelis. Why? Because they're all worried about the boycott. Electoral politics is just one angle of it. The real crux of it is that genocide has resulted in a public moving in such a way across multiple industries. Microsoft are now turning off their surveillance systems, access to their surveillance systems, to some of the Israeli units that were using them before, after a Drop Site and Guardian expose which showed how Israelis were using them to kill the Palestinians. Microsoft is saying that we are so worried about the economic impact of an angry public opinion over our role in supporting this genocide that we would rather cut the access off from the Israelis rather than offend this public opinion. It's more than just electoral politics. It's when society decides to move, they are realizing they can make impact at the highest level. This is not a top-down movement. This is ordinary people demonstrating that they can change entire policy if they decide to commit, move, and deploy the powers that they already have within themselves. They may not be billionaires like Elon Musk, but their impact is greater than the billionaire like Elon Musk. They may not have the armies that they desire, but those flotillas going and the subsequent media impact and the subsequent domestic pressure and the subsequent protests and the subsequent boycott and the subsequent results in Macron turning around and saying, I'm going to offend the Israelis because I'd rather they were on board than the Israelis were on board. It's the impact of when you actually move and you actually deploy the powers that you already have instead of waiting around for powers that you don't have. It's the recognition that collective action is greater than an individual with all the power in the world. It's that when everybody moves together in multiple fronts, in multiple industries, you can isolate the Israelis in an unprecedented manner, whereby now the whole world is rendering Israel a pariah state.